Hi guys, I hope you're well. Thanks for checking out this video and for supporting Surf Online Safe. In this vid, I wanted to have a chat with you about keeping on top of how much time our kids are spending online within the home, especially during the restrictions being placed on us by COVID-19. Now, over the next couple of weeks in particular, there is going to be a pretty big increase in the number of our kids staying home for much longer periods of time. As a result, most of them are going to be online a great deal longer, and of course that exposes them to higher risk of being approached online by scammers, predators, or even just dealing with the effects of prolonged internet use. In the current climate, it is going to be difficult to stop our kids increasing their time online. But there are ways we can minimise and control the time they are actually online whilst using them. Now, YouTube, the PlayStation or the Xbox, as examples, will all be getting a pretty good workout over the coming weeks, especially with the stay-at-home restrictions being placed on us by COVID-19. But with the right moderation in place, we can minimise the risk which comes with extended online sessions. Now, one of the biggest ways to control and block internet use within the home is through your internet connection or modem. Most of our modern modems will offer what are called parental control options. In order to access those parental controls, you will need to log into your modem via your computer and make alterations to a series of settings through a pretty simple interface the modem provides. Now, that sounds technical and it can be for some who are not too computer literate. However, once you get an idea of how to do it, adjusting your modem settings can be pretty simple. Now, it doesn't matter if you use a Windows machine or a Mac, getting access to your modem is pretty easy. I have another video on my YouTube channel which explains how to do that, and the link is on the bottom of the screen right now. So it gives you a good rundown of how you can access your modem. Now, again, if that sounds too technical, you can contact your telco or internet provider and ask them how to set up parental controls, and they will walk you through those functions. As an example, on my modem, I can set access control and time restrictions on all the devices in my house which are connected to the internet. For instance, I can turn off the ability for my son's PlayStation to connect to the internet after 8:30 p.m. during the week and after 10:30 p.m. on the weekends. Now, with those restrictions in place, he can still use the PlayStation, but he will not be able to go online. This minimises his exposure to online risk and also gives him a chance to have a break from many of those games of which that online component is a massive part. You can do this with any of the devices in the house, including laptops, iPads and phones. You can also web filter through certain modems. So if you want to block certain sites completely, you also have those options. If your child has been smashing YouTube all weekend and they have used up most of your data, then you can block YouTube or other sites to minimise that happening again. Now, of course, our kids can still use their hotspots and their devices to go online, so it is important we have conversations with them regarding this. If they can get cut off from YouTube via the modem, then they'll choose to use their phone's data instead. Now, that will impact heavily on the data for the month, especially if they are on a plan. Now, many times in my household, when my son would blow his data in the first 10 days of the month, that taught him a pretty valuable lesson in regards to respect of data. If all that sounds too technical, don't stress. There are a number of softwares and hardwares out there which can do all of this for you. Apple devices give parents the option to use parental control and family sharing settings, which can be utilised to put time restrictions on apps and devices. You can set your device up as a mother device, as an example, and place all of your kids on sub-devices, and you can make adjustments to settings accordingly. Custodio, The Circle and Our Pact are all paid services which we can put on our devices, which also filter, block and monitor whilst offering screen restrictions as well. One of the best ones out there, for my opinion, is the Family Zone. This is a wonderful organisation who can offer a box to put in your house, which is called the Family Zone box. This gives all the settings I spoke about before regarding modem control. They can also give you apps to put on your kids' devices to monitor, block and filter as well. Now, the links to all of these companies is in the description below. I will add that I don't get any endorsements from any of these organisations. I just think they're pretty good. So for me, the main drive is just to try and minimise the risk of our kids online. If they are online for much longer periods, then that risk will increase. So putting little things like this in place will go a long way in keeping them safe and also hopefully minimising their time spent on devices. If you need any further advice or information, please feel free to drop me an email at paul.litherland@surfonlinesafe.com.au and hopefully I can give you some more help in regards to this side of things. Thanks so much for checking out this vid, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.